Good morning. So this is my first morning on the Master Cleanse Salt Flush, and I wanted to show you how I'm doing it. So I'm just going to turn the camera view around, and you see here that I've got my measuring tray and I've got hot water in here right now. You're to use 2 teaspoons non-iodized salt, and 32 ounces of water. So what I'm doing is I'm just letting this salt dissolve in hot water. The water should be lukewarm, room temperature, drinkable, so that you're able to drink it down kind of in one fell swoop. Sorry if that was making you nauseous. So it should be warm but not hot, and you're to drink it within 10 minutes of starting it, and that helps the flush go through your system. So I'm just going to pause it and add some cold water to it so that it's room temperature. Okay, so here you see now we've filled it up to 32 ounces. It's quite a lot to drink. In fact, it's quite an undertaking. I've found I have to do in the past when I've done this is I wake up quite early in the morning. For instance, if I'm working that morning and I have to leave the house at 7 in the morning, I aim to be done the salt flush and the ensuing running to the toilet by 6:30, and it takes about 3 hours to get through initially. And the later days, you do it for 10 days. So in the latter portion of the cleanse, it might only take 1 or 2 hours, but somehow your body can take that long. So I wake up really early in the morning, and finding I don't need that much sleep on the Master Cleanse anyway. Like for instance, last night was my first night on the Master Cleanse, and I only slept 2.5 hours. I just laying there trying to rest. Finally just got up and I thought, let's go ahead and start the salt flush and get it working, and then I can take my first cup of maple syrup and lemon, because I'm getting a little peckish, like hungry, but you don't want to drink your first cup until after your salt flush, because you want to do the salt flush on an empty stomach. So it's better to do the salt flush after fasting the night. Do the salt flush and then have your first cup of maple lemon drink. So I guess we'll go ahead and try and drink the first cup here. Okay, so this is the first time I'm doing it out of a bowl like this. I guess it's a little awkward. I don't have any large glass items that I could use. Like this, if I had a larger one like that, it would be better. All mine are plastic and I didn't want to be using that. So that's my first cup of salt flush, so let's see how it goes. It didn't go down too badly. They did, my husband was suggesting that this salt, mineral sea salt, called Baja Gold. It's true what he's saying. It tastes less salty somehow than pink salt. Other times I've done this, I've used pink salt, and the salt flush is harder to glug. So it looks like this is going to turn out to be about 3 cups like that. And the important thing is to drink it within 10 minutes of starting, but you don't want to encourage a gag reflex. So if you're sensitive, when I started this master cleanse in my younger years, I'd have a real gag reflex to this, and I'd find it hard to stomach 32 ounces of the dissolved salt water right on the go like that, and then you're doing yourself a disservice by throwing it up or whatever. You don't want that, so you want to be careful. Gauge how you're handling it. If you're able to, go ahead and take another cup right away. Otherwise, just walk and pace. I've found that to encourage the flush to work, the bowel movement, just relax. And if you get into anything too concentrated, it doesn't work for me. A little bit of concentration, maybe like watching a little show or something, something where you're relaxing, walking, pacing. Also, drinking a little hot water in between, I've found helps break that salt flavor in your mouth. So I'm feeling okay right now, so I'm going to go ahead and try my second one. So I'm feeling a little bit more on that one. You just have to be careful to let it settle before you push on. And if it takes a little longer than the 10 minutes, better to take a little longer than to not be able to keep it down. So we'll see how it goes. It usually takes about 3 hours for me to be able to safely leave the house without having to run to the toilet. And what that does is it gets rid of all the toxins. So when I was reading the Master Cleanse book, I recall that it was saying that the cayenne pepper interacts with your body to cleanse the organs like a duster. So it dusts up all the debris in your body, and it gets into your bowels, and then you need to expel it from your body. And so this is how Master Cleanse does that. So there was once that I wanted to lose weight to get into a certain dress. I think I was graduating from college, and I wanted to do the Master Cleanse, and I just did not want to bother with the salt flush. And I'm a lazy person, I have to say. I don't think I even did a laxative drink each night. I think I just did the Master Cleanse without laxative, without salt flush, and I got so bloated because the toxins just stay And really the only way that can be expelled otherwise is through your urine or through your sweat. And I got so bloated. So I had to go to my event worse off than I had started. Anyway, lessons learned. So there you have it. So, all right, you guys, take care. We'll catch up with you again later. See ya.